This summer, Canada is grappling with one of the most severe and relentless wildfire seasons in its history. The scale and intensity of the fires have left experts and communities alike stunned, as flames rage across vast stretches of forested land from coast to coast. With hundreds of active blazes burning simultaneously, emergency resources are stretched to the absolute brink. Firefighters, many of whom have been working for weeks without a break, are facing exhaustion as they battle to contain the relentless advance of the flames. In just the last 24 hours, nearly 36 new fires have erupted, forcing emergency crews to scramble and adapt. Each new outbreak means more communities at risk, more evacuations, and more pressure on already overburdened teams. The 2025 fire season has now become the second most destructive on record for Canada. With over 3,700 individual fires reported so far, the scars left behind are visible from the air, vast swaths of blackened earth and forests reduced to ash. These are not just small, isolated brush fires. Many of them are massive, fast-moving infernos, driven by a dangerous combination of prolonged drought, record-breaking heat, and powerful winds. The fires can leap across roads and rivers, consuming everything in their path. For people living near the fire zones, this summer has brought a constant state of anxiety and uncertainty. Families have been forced to evacuate at a moment's notice, sometimes leaving behind homes and cherished belongings. The ever-present smell of smoke hangs in the air, a reminder of the danger just beyond the horizon. Behind the staggering numbers are real people, families who have lost their homes, farmers whose livelihoods are threatened, and first responders working under grueling, hazardous conditions. The emotional and physical toll is immense, and the recovery will take months, if not years. Shannon Graf, a wildfire information officer, summed up the struggle. "If we could stop the smoke, we'd be stopping it here real quick." Her words capture the frustration and determination of those on the front lines, fighting a battle that seems never-ending. But this crisis isn't confined to Canada alone. The thick plumes of smoke have drifted south, crossing the border into the United States and affecting millions of people far from the flames. Hazy skies and dangerously poor air quality have become the new normal across much of the Midwest. Residents are urged to stay indoors, and health officials warn of the risks, especially for children, the elderly, and those with respiratory conditions. It's a stark reminder that environmental disasters know no borders. The impacts of these wildfires ripple outward, affecting communities, economies, and ecosystems on both sides of the border. In the face of this shared challenge, empathy, understanding, and international cooperation are more important than ever. Only by working together can we hope to protect our communities and our planet from the growing threat of wildfires. To truly grasp the staggering scale of this disaster, consider this. Over 16 million acres have burned in Canada this year alone. That's an almost unimaginable expanse of land, scorched and transformed in just a matter of months. To put it in perspective, that's an area larger than the entire state of West Virginia, and nearly the size of several small countries combined. Fires are raging simultaneously across multiple provinces and territories, stretching resources thin and making a coordinated response incredibly complex and challenging for emergency crews. The most severe and relentless blazes are concentrated in the Northwest Territories, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan, where over 200 fires are currently classified as out of control, defying all efforts to contain them. Alberta, meanwhile, has experienced the highest number of individual fires, each one adding to the mounting devastation and leaving behind a patchwork of scorched earth and smoldering forests. The landscape is unrecognizable in many places. Blackened forests stretch for miles, the earth is charred and lifeless, and the long-term impacts on water sources, wildlife habitats, and entire communities are only beginning to be understood. Smoke from these massive fires is so thick and widespread that it's visible from space, drifting across provinces and even crossing international borders, underscoring the sheer power and reach of these wildfires. Traditional firefighting methods, which once worked for smaller blazes, often fall short against the overwhelming intensity and unpredictable behavior of these megafires. Firefighters are forced to focus on protecting communities, critical infrastructure, and homes, all while anxiously watching the skies and hoping for a break in the weather, rain, cooler temperatures, or a shift in the wind. Sometimes all they can do is steer the fire toward natural barriers like rivers or rocky terrain, and then wait, hoping nature itself will help halt the flames where human efforts cannot. No single nation can handle a crisis of this scale alone. Canada called for international help, and the world responded. Specialized ground crews, incident management teams, and firefighting aircraft from abroad have joined the fight. These resources are vital for slowing fast-moving fires and reaching remote areas. International crews integrate seamlessly, sharing tactics and expertise. Shannon Graf noted, "We've got crews from out of the territory and from out of the country. This support gives exhausted Canadian firefighters a chance to rest and regroup. The arrival of fresh teams boosts both manpower and morale. It's a powerful message. In times of crisis, borders fade and alliances strengthen. The global firefighting community stands united against disaster." Among Canada's international partners, the U.S. contribution stands out. Over 600 American firefighters are on the ground, bringing experience from the U.S. Forest Service and state agencies. Their deployment is part of a long-standing reciprocal agreement. Canadian crews have often helped fight fires in the U.S. as well. American firefighters are integrated into elite teams, helping attack more fires and giving Canadian crews a chance to recover. Ground crews build containment lines, while helicopters and air tankers support from above. This coordinated effort is essential for progress against such aggressive fires. The deployment is more than logistics. It's a profound act of solidarity. These firefighters face the same risks and forge strong bonds with their Canadian counterparts. Their presence is a powerful symbol of partnership and neighborly support. The impact of Canada's wildfires is being felt acutely across the U.S. Midwest. Persistent weather patterns have funneled thick, acrid smoke into states like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and Illinois. Cities like Milwaukee have recorded some of the worst air quality in the world, with skies painted orange-gray and visibility dramatically reduced. Millions are facing a new public health threat as air quality plummets to dangerous levels. State agencies have issued widespread advisories, urging residents to take precautions. The forecast offers little relief. Smoke is expected to linger for days, forcing schools and businesses to adapt. For many, this is an unsettling new reality, daily life shaped by the quality of the air they breathe. Wildfire smoke is more than just a nuisance. It's a dangerous and complex mixture of gases and tiny particles, including what's known as PM2.5. These fine particles are so small that they can't be seen with the naked eye, but they can have a big impact on our health. When inhaled, PM2.5 particles can travel deep into the lungs, bypassing the body's natural defenses. From there, they can even enter the bloodstream, where they may trigger a range of health problems, especially for people with respiratory or heart conditions. Children, older adults, and those with pre-existing conditions like asthma, COPD, or heart disease are especially at risk. Even healthy people can experience symptoms such as coughing, sore throat, headaches, or shortness of breath when exposed to wildfire smoke. When air quality is poor, it's important for sensitive groups to avoid outdoor activity and stay indoors as much as possible. Keeping windows and doors closed can help prevent smoke from entering your home. The Air Quality Index, or AQI, is a tool that helps everyone understand the current level of air pollution. An AQI above 100 is considered unhealthy for sensitive groups, while levels above 150 are unhealthy for everyone, regardless of age or health. To reduce exposure, officials recommend staying inside with windows and doors tightly closed. Using a HEPA air purifier or a DIY air filter can help clean indoor air and remove harmful particles. If you absolutely must go outside, wearing a well-fitting N95 or KN95 mask can provide significant protection by filtering out most of the dangerous particles in the air. Taking these simple steps, monitoring air quality, using air filters, and wearing masks, can make a big difference in protecting your health during prolonged smoke events. Once again, masks have become a vital public health tool. This time, not just for viruses, but for protecting ourselves and our communities from the growing threat of wildfire smoke. The journey of wildfire smoke from Canada to the Midwest is a lesson in meteorology. The jet stream and persistent northwest winds act as a conveyor belt, carrying smoke hundreds of miles. A high-pressure dome over the eastern U.S. traps the smoke near the ground, preventing it from dispersing. Without a strong weather front to clear the air, the haze lingers for days. The fine particles scatter sunlight, turning skies milky gray and the sun a dim orange. These eerie visuals are a constant reminder of the compromised air we're breathing. Until the weather shifts, the smoke will remain an unwelcome guest. As smoke fills the air, debate rages over the causes of these extreme wildfires. Some point to forest management practices, arguing that lack of prescribed burns and thinning has left too much fuel. Canadian officials counter that this oversimplifies the crisis and distracts from urgent cooperation. Most scientists agree climate change is a major driver. Warmer, drier conditions create longer, more intense fire seasons. A 2024 study links rising temperatures to shorter winters, earlier thaws, and drier summers, all fueling bigger fires. Experts say it's not either or, both land management and climate change play roles. The current crisis is the result of these factors colliding on a continental scale. The 2025 wildfire season is a stark reminder that environmental crises don't respect borders. Fires in Canada and smoke in the US show how interconnected our world truly is. The international response, especially the deployment of American firefighters, demonstrates the power of cooperation. Pooling resources and expertise is essential for tackling disasters of this scale. This collaboration provides relief to exhausted responders and hope to affected communities. Beyond the immediate crisis, we need long-term strategies, better land management, climate action, and international dialogue. No nation can solve these problems alone. The smoke-filled skies are a call to shared responsibility and resilience. Our greatest strength lies in working together to protect our planet and each other.